What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a few days since we got a video out to you guys, but we have been working pretty hard on trying to get everything ready to go to the next race, along with just working our daily jobs and everything to make a living. But let me bring you up to date on where we're at right now. So this thing is actually ready to go to the track. Most importantly, check that out. Boom, cert sticker. She is ready to go 850s. It ain't ready to go 850s, but the cage is ready to go 850s. I'll show the Corvette too. My dad's Corvette is certed. This car, even though this car doesn't need the cert, is certed. This car might need the cert one day, don't tell nobody. We shouldn't have any issues with the tech officials next weekend. I have my NHRA license. We're going to an NHRA track. We only need one more person to sign off to have everybody get their NHRA license. So Ryan, can you get a license in something like this Corvette this slow?
I'm not sure. I thought you had to run a certain speed.
I don't know. Ryan's going to try to get an NHRA license running mid-13s. I don't know if they're going to let him or not. But my mom's going to get a license in that. My dad's going to get a license in his Corvette. And hopefully we'll never have issues with tech again. Anyway, something I want to address to you guys. Doug Cook, TBM Brakes, posted up a picture of the Camaro. Awesome product, awesome guy, and people who loved the class, loved the car, loved the brakes, loved everything we've done to it. Some of you people are freaking crabby. I don't know what is going on, but you're complaining about the brakes. I mean, that Camaro looks pretty stock appearing to me. You can't even tell what's behind the tire. It's definitely listed in the rules that, you know, upgrades for safety is all right, brakes being one of them. I'm not going 142, 143 mile an hour on stock brakes. That's just stupid. A stock style master cylinder. I even changed. I had a chrome one on here because I didn't know where this one went. I even changed back to the brass looking cap so that you guys wouldn't complain that it looked aftermarket. Proportioning valve is hidden back there. Still there, but it's kind of hidden. We don't have the stock proportioning valve on there, so some of you guys might not like that. We try to do everything to hide it and make this thing look factory appearing. So like the brakes, I mean, you can't even see them through the wheels. There's actually a rule written in the rule book that 3 foot away, looking at the car, if you can't see it, it's pretty much legal. So I mean, we're standing 3 foot away. I don't see anything that's not legal. So heck, even these bolts are original. Look at that. Look at that, original bolts. Thing should pass tech with flying colors, but you guys are still complaining. And then we got guys making phone calls complaining about lower control arms being aftermarket. Come on. If I was gonna post a picture of this thing on the internet and I had cheater parts on it, the last thing I'd do would be putting them in my picture. Upper control arm is factory, you can see right there. Lower control arm. Oh, one guy was complaining about my shocks. My shocks are red. I'm not painting my $3,000 shocks gray. It's just not happening. The other side, factory control arms. I don't know what to tell you. Some people, I just don't understand it. Like, they think these things actually run the numbers that they run on stock parts, and they don't. There's a ton of aftermarket parts that go into making this car run 950s, 960s like it does. The funny thing is, most of the guys that are complaining don't even have anything to do with the fast racing series, and you know, they just sit on their computer and get mad, so start typing away on their keyboards, and just, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. As you can tell, I'm kind of annoyed of it. All right, so let's give you a update on what we're doing to the green Corvette. This 67 is the one that Ryan raced. What was it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I can't even remember.
Something like that, almost a month ago.
Almost a month ago. And we are gonna put a 456.
Is that the only one we got on the shelf?
I think the 410's in the other car, so this will grow begin a 456 rear gear.
Or a 456.
Yeah, we got a 390 laying on the ground over here, or we got a 456. And I mean, if you're gonna see, there's only one lane. Oh, there's two of them. That's the 390. That's the 390. That's the 456. Heck, that one's even got drive shafts and everything ready to go. I didn't know that. I thought we had to take drive shafts out of the other car.
I knew there was a set sitting over there. I didn't know if they were the right ones or not.
Yeah, so all we got to do, swap the rear end on this thing. Do we know what this has? Does this have a 330?
I think that's what someone said.
Oh, we looked on the tank sticker, and that's what it said, 330.
It's something. It's really, really low. I mean, I probably didn't even need to go into fourth gear, but I couldn't tell where I was shifting at because my ear's not perfected, and then the tack's sitting there doing this.
Yeah, we're gonna put a shift light in it too for him because Ryan don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Just shift when you feel her slow down.
It's easier said than done.
If it starts nosing over, you just shift it.
Yeah, well, it's not my car. I don't want to blow it up, so.
Ah, come on. Just an engine.
No, because if I blow it up, I'm never hearing the end of that one either.
Actually, talked about putting an MSD box on it too. I don't know if we're gonna do that or not.
Sitting over there.
Is it?
Yeah.
The tack won't work, but we don't care. It's got the tack drive distributor. That's why the thing. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll put an MSD
distributor.
I'm sure we got some laying around.
All right. Well, what else we got to do?
I don't know. We're ready like a week early. It's kind of crazy. We might as well do something.
Might as well put something else on crunch time.
Yeah. All right, so we got this thing almost out. Pretty much all we've got to do is get the drive shaft undone, and then these two bolts, which I've loosened up already, and the thing will drive down. Actually, getting these bushings off of the frame is gonna suck. But right now we're struggling with this bolt right here. We broke the nut off of one side, and we broke the head off the other side. So we really need this thing to tilt down to be able to get the drive shaft out. So hopefully, since we broke both ends off, we can just twist it around there and then pound that nut, or then pound that bolt out once the rear end gets out, which we won't be using this rear end. But, ooh, almost lost an eye. Good thing you got your safety shades on. So yeah, we were able to just leave the half shafts and everything in. Once we drop it out, we'll get you guys an update, start throwing this thing back together. Well, a few minutes ago when I said this bar was gonna be hard to get out, I said that not realizing that somebody welded it to the frame. Why? I don't know. Well, actually I do know why. This bushing probably went out, and so they just welded the cross member to the frame. I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I guess people do stupid things, and this thing's how old? How old's this thing? 67?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how old is that?
I don't want to do math right now.
All right, that's old.
The whole thing's crooked in the car.
Well, that's probably because that piece broke. This is what it's supposed to look like, and then you just pry these off, because these bushings get stuck. These bushings break, but they get stuck in there, and then they're like almost impossible to get out. But this one is really gonna suck because we gotta cut the weld off. That's a bunch of weld too. Look at that. They just kept laying beads on top of beads on top of beads. Like,
Probably stick weld with that too.
yeah, who knows? Why would? That's just stupid. First, we're gonna go get some lunch because I'm hungry. Taco Bell's calling our name.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we're gonna go back. Yeah, we're gonna get back to this thing, and I'll probably start cutting that out with the cough wheel. Well, we got this thing apart, and kind of what we thought happened, but not really. This whole mount is totally gone. Somebody had used their bubble gum to stick this thing to the frame, and this is kind of what was holding this thing together. I don't know, kind of dangerous actually. Oh, here's the whole thing. It came down with it. So this thing just rusted out. It's supposed to look like that.
Like that.
So this round piece is totally off and in the cross member. So this piece broke off some point in time.
Well, at least it kind of broke off clean, I guess.
Yeah.
Put another one in there.
We'll just have to cut this off, grind that, and get another one of these. I don't know where we can get one, but somebody's got to have one. Yeah, I don't even think the bushing's bad. I thought the bushing was bad. Either rusted out or broke. It drove good.
It drove fine. Didn't fall out.
If it did, that would have been
That would have been really bad.
That is crazy.
I can't believe that. Just.
Oh, you can see where that thing was hitting right there.
Yep. Man. They must have broke it because there's no way it would have rotted out because the frame's fine.
Yeah, but this will hold some crap. I mean,
Yeah.
no, this one feels not the best. That's not going to be fun to weld in there. I have to weld it on the bottom side and then on this side.
Gotta find one.
Guess we're going to have to do some parts searching.
There's a nice new frame, but
What if we cut that out?
I think we might as well just both go home and never come back.
Yeah. All right, guys, it's been way longer than I care to admit since the last part of this video you just saw. We finally got the piece that we were waiting on. So pretty much what we got, and this really is, come to find out, this is a 16 off of a C3 frame, but it's going to work on this thing. It's what we need. What we found out was this piece goes on like that. And what happened was this piece, I think, rusted out because this, they called it a sombrero hat when I ordered this. The hat piece was still stuck in there, so this piece totally rusted out. So then somebody tried to make a piece to put on here and it didn't work, so they just welded this whole thing to the frame. So we ended up cutting it out, cleaning the frame up. See right there, she's pretty clean. And this is actually going to go right up there like that and get welded in. So then we can pull the rear end out and not have to cut anything, which we probably should have fixed that anyways. If we would have seen it before we raced it, we would have fixed it just because that's kind of dangerous. And then in the meantime, the car's up there, I'm not gonna let it down. But my dad put an MSD box on it and a new distributor because we're gonna be revving this thing pretty high and we don't want to miss shift to hurt the engine possibly. So now we've got a rev limiter and it's just kind of a safety thing to keep this thing from over revving. We're gonna go ahead and throw this rear, actually that's not the rear end we're putting in it. Where is the rear end we're putting in it?
Back there in the corner, still buried. Anybody get that thing out?
All right, we should get that out. So we're gonna go ahead, throw the rear end in this thing, take it out on the street, drive it. We'll probably drag it. What do you think? Should we drag it?
Maybe. See how we're feeling.
We'll drag it because it's always fun. And then bring it back here, put it on the dyno, and start tuning on this old girl and get this thing about as best as we can get it. All right, so I got this thing running. MSD box in it, rear gears in it, 456. It already went around the block while we were at Taco Bell, and he says it runs pretty good. So we've got the draggy on the dash, and we're gonna find out exactly how good it runs.
Have some ice cream to eat or something?
Ice cream and brownies every night. Keeps the doctor away. That's what my doctor told me. Don't come back here if you're eating ice cream and brownies. How do you think I keep this figure up? Where's the lid for the gas?
I don't know.
It's inside. I thought we were dumping it all in there.
No, you want to keep it lightweight.
All right, so last time we had this thing out, we went a 1349 at 101. So hopefully we go faster than that. All right, guys, we're going to put our seatbelts on because people complained last time.
Good luck getting that one on. I can barely squeeze my ass in that thing.
Oh, am I not gonna have it?
I think the adjuster's stuck.
Oh, the adjuster's stuck. It ain't gonna happen, guys. Yep, it ain't happening. We tried.
I gotta do everything I can to get that thing on.
Alright. Here we go. You ready?
Yep. Yep. because this is a little slow.
When
So right after you got out of it, that vibrated.
yeah, she was spinning. I was like, I couldn't get into the throttle. 105 though. Oh dang, we're going backwards. She definitely isn't a street cruiser no more.
No, she's screaming.
We're doing $3 grand at probably about 50 mile an hour.
Whoa!
Hold on, let me get it back to $3 grand. Oh yeah, 50 mile an hour, 2,900 RPM.
Man, that's nice.
Hopefully it hooks up better at the track.
Yeah.
I mean, it should.
Well, that was no burnout, no nothing either.
Yeah. It is fun to drive.
You're gonna break this thing just like you do everything else.
Well, now you see why I break everything. I just have too much fun. I don't know when to quit.
I think it's a little noisy, ain't it?
The rear end is a little noisy, yep. Taking that thing into the back to put it on the dyno. We really have no idea where the timing's at. Just drop the distributor in it, fire it up, and yeah. The balancer is probably spun, so the timing marks on the balancer are off. We could put a piston stop in there and do it all that way, but we got a dyno back there, so we might as well just make pulls, twist the distributor till it makes the most power, and just go with that. So getting ready to go to the NMCA race in Norwalk, Ohio. We'll be taking the green Corvette, the orange 69 Camaro, my dad's black L88 Corvette, and my mom's silver L88 Corvette. We'll be running fast in 3 cars, the silver Corvette, the black Corvette, and the orange Camaro. And then Ryan will run factory stock in the Corvette. And then they're doing another like Coupe battle, they call it Coupe shootout, whatever the actual term is. But we enter into the index class of that. They have a heads up class, they have a supercharged class, and then like an index class. So if you guys remember last year, we got to race a few Coupe Camaros, and it was really fun because they would get out on me, and then right about the 8th mile, I'd start pulling on them and ended up passing them. So we got back into that again. Hopefully we can make some good runs in that class. That's actually a lot of fun. I always go there and pop the hood on the car in the staging lane, so people look at me like I'm not supposed to be there, and this shocks the heck out of people. So when we run NMCA at Norwalk, usually they put us on the...
Ryan didn't catch on. I used a quote from Hot Rod TV where he says, "It sounded good, Brian."
Yeah.
I said, "It sounded good, Ryan." He didn't catch on. You don't remember that quote from Hot Rod TV?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
From Hot Rod, the movie.
Oh, from Hot Rod, not Hot Rod TV.
No, Hot Rod, the movie, when he goes, "It sounded good, Brian."
Oh, yeah.
He was back there, I said, "It sounded good, Ryan."
But anyways, they put us... Do they call that the Summit side or the Budweiser side where they put us?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think it's the Budweiser side. It's just... Because the Summit Motorsports Park, and that pit side is the main side, and then we're on the other side. I believe they call it the Budweiser side of the racetrack. Actually, where all the people come in, where all the fans would come in from their parking lot. We'll be over there in the grass over by the car show area. Come find us, come check us out. I know last time I didn't have any t-shirts or hats, and a few people asked if we had any, so I'm gonna grab what I have. I don't have a lot. I've got a lot of hats actually. I accidentally bought twice as many as I did last time. So if you want hats, I've got hats, but t-shirts, I've got a couple small, a couple medium, very few larges, and a few extra larges left. Nothing bigger than that. We're all out of everything else. Like to come up with a t-shirt here pretty soon, but that's kind of a whole different story. So if you're out in that area, the 25th through the 28th of August, here in a couple days, we'll be out there. So come check us out. We'll have all the cars there. You can check all the cars out, have the hood open, you can look under the hood, inside and everything. Just see them in real life instead of on camera. But We're gonna go dyno this Corvette, and I might put a couple clips of that in the next video, but next time you see us, we'll be at the racetrack. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.